Hello, this is Michelle, the host of Haunted Moonlight, a Podmoth Network podcast. If you are like me and enjoy anything and everything spooky, then this podcast is for you. New episodes drop every Sunday and are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and iHeartRadio. Can't wait to keep it spooky with you.
I'm Felicia.
And I'm Ian.
And we are the Paranormal Lovers.
Hello, paranormal dudes, dudettes, and dudays. Welcome back to another episode of the Paranormal Lovers.
Oh my god. Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
I just got hit with a yawn
How
as
you
you were
doing?
talking.
How you doing?
Thanks for joining us for another week, episode 85.
It's crazy.
15 to go.
15 more.
15 to go. So this week, before we start, I want to clarify the stuff with the new show and Patreon, because I know a couple of people have been confused on that. With the new show, Rethinking Our History, it is a whole new show that is on the regular feed. You can find it on Apple, iHeart, Spotify, YouTube, all the places that you can find TPL. You can find Rethinking Our History. It does come out the same day as TPL on Patreon, so you get early access to it. And then it will be released on Mondays on regular feeds. So you get Rethinking Our History on Mondays, Paranormal Lover on Wednesdays.
Yep.
And who knows, sometimes it might intersect. We'll see.
Plus, they're unedited on Patreon.
Rethinking Our History is not, but
Oh.
I guess I could probably put it up as unedited.
Yeah, on Patreon.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. You also have to give that one a follow on all the platforms, like, share, all that good stuff. And I was just saying on that one, let me know if you guys want me to make a whole Instagram for that one as well. I didn't know if it was something people would enjoy or whatnot. As for Patreon, Patreon is still up and running. We have one tier, $5 a month. Since we are no longer doing a separate show for Deadly Lovers, had to stop true crime. Not going to apologize for that. No, let me tell you why. Because I was sitting on the couch yesterday and I came across one of those fucking reels that was like, the girl in this movie was killed by her father, and it took Burt Reynolds 63 tries to do that last scene where she's like, "Will I see you again, Charlie? Goodbye." And then at the very end, he's like, "I'm sorry, Squeaker, I'm sorry." And that wasn't even in the script. That was him talking to Judith. I sobbed.
Yeah.
Sitting on the couch like, oh, God damn it. Like, it just hit me yesterday for some reason. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to apologize for not doing true crime. I can't do it.
Yeah.
My heart can't take it. We're going to send out stickers instead.
Yeah.
Yay, stickers. So every month you will get one of our digitally designed stickers from the merch shop. It will be random, as well as a handmade sticker by Ian. Pew, 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 pew.
Drawing and drawing.
Yep. So 2 stickers, unedited, early access to both the things, $5 a month.
Yeah.
And once we get 20 Patreons, folks, we're going to add a new poke. Might poke you on Patreon too. I don't know. I'm not well
I wish
today.
Facebook had the poke still.
Oh my God, I fucking hate it. They have nudge on TikTok. You can like nudge people.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, it's poke all over again. We will be adding another perk to Patreon, family movie nights. So this will either be weekly or bi-weekly, probably bi-weekly, not sure yet. Movie night where me, Ian, and Patty will sit down with our Patreons and their family and watch a fun movie together.
Yeah.
So you guys help us out, get up on Patreon. It's going to sound really fucked up, but I'm trying not to go back to work right now.
Yeah.
Y'all help us out.
For sure.
I actually don't think I can go back to work right now.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, everything helps.
And you know what else helps?
What?
As usual, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube by searching for the Paranormal Lovers in the search bar. And you can head on over to the paranormallovers.threadless.com and get in on that $12.50 t-shirt sale.
Yeah.
And sorry, y'all. I'm like real fucking jazzed right now, and I'm not sure why. Yeah, when this comes out, The sale has been extended until the 10th. So y'all get on
Nice.
over there. Get you some of that merch. My birthday is like September 25th. So I would like to go see Pinky Patel.
Yeah.
So y'all help me out.
She's so funny.
She is fucking hilarious. And if y'all don't follow her, Pinky Patel, if y'all don't follow her, well, I don't know what you're doing. Go follow her. She's Indian. She's hilarious. I love her. She says, "Hello, my prince." Also, this will be the last few weeks of the summer collection of 2024. As of October 1st, it will be gone forever.
Oh no.
Forever. So if you want to use some of that summer collection of the year of our Lord 2024, head on over there and get you some merch. We'll have a new fall and Halloween collection come October 1st.
Heck yeah.
Heck and yeah. What'd you love about this week, babe?
This week, I love that I
I
love the hike we took up to the it's like grassy mine
overlook.
Yeah, it was fun. I really love that.
That was fun. I want to do it
I
again.
love getting out in the woods. I'm a woods guy.
It's been a long time since we've
Born and raised here, so
since we've all been out hiking. I had 10 hours of sleep one night and I woke up and I was like, let's go for a hike. So we went for a hike. I want to do that kind of stuff when I get sleep.
Yeah.
People don't realize that like sleep apnea is like sleep deprivation and it's hard to function when you're sleep deprived, y'all.
For sure. What did you love about this week, baby?
I think I liked the hike. The hike was fun. Didn't appreciate Patty getting pink eye.
Yeah.
Don't appreciate the dog having a broke dew claw.
Yep, that one sucks too.
It's been another one of those weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Don't appreciate having to, I don't know, set boundaries for myself that people can't respect. But
yeah,
you know, we grow. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
But it's been an all right week thus far.
Yeah.
Been digging it. This week I listened to the Haunted Moonlight podcast.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe it's a Haunted Moonlight podcast. Y'all just go look up Haunted Moonlight Pod on Instagram. It's a really cute little logo with a moon and a ghost. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
It's host Michelle. It's kind of similar to this. She does, but it's more like listener tale type.
Mm-hmm.
Where she takes like people's stories. She does a little research on the topic. She'll throw in some of her own personal experience with like sleep paralysis and stuff like that in there.
Oh, that's spooky.
Yeah, I listened to like 5 or 6 of her episodes yesterday. So I was like, this is a great show.
Yeah.
And it's just her. So y'all go check out Haunted Moonlight. You can find her on Instagram, Spotify, all those good places.
Nice.
All right. What do you have for us this week, Bill?
All right. This week, episode 85. I got last time I did a UFO, and this time I decided to do another UFO because I don't know. I love UFOs. They're awesome.
He's an alien guy.
Aliens.
He's the alien guy.
I guess like the first one didn't give me enough of it, so I'm doing another one.
Alien enough. Just was weird.
Kind of, yeah. So I got a really, really good one this time for you guys. It's the story of Valiant Thor. You ever heard of Valiant Thor, baby?
Let me look through this ring light at you real quick.
So she's heard of this story before, but
I'm the one that recommended it.
I never heard of it until I started researching it.
I don't remember it though. Like I don't remember the details.
Of it.
I just remember that it was like a wild fucking story.
Right. Now I got most of this story from the Y Files on YouTube. Wanted to give them a shout out for his episode that he did.
It'll be in the source notes.
It's in the notes. Just click the link. There are many people who told the story, so go check them out for yourself. There's lots and lots of podcasts and YouTube people that have told this story.
It's a very popular story. I'm actually really shocked that you have never heard of this before.
Yeah.
Like the UFO alien guy over here that's like, was that an alien outside the door?
Yeah.
Like,
definitely check out the Y Files. He's got like this hecklefish.
God, the hecklefish.
It's funny as hell.
You know what?
But
We need to get a heckle fish for when we go on tour.
yeah,
People want to start saying shit to us. Well, heckle them back.
right.
Bring it on, bitches.
So let's get into it. Okay, so imagine being two cops sitting on the side of the road near a field in Alexandria, Virginia in 1957.
Oh, nice place.
And so before you can finish your donuts and coffee, you see a 300-foot long flying saucer.
All
So,
right.
so on March 16th, 1957, at 8 o'clock in the morning, that's exactly what happened. The two officers approached the landed spacecraft, not knowing that the craft's door was opening, so they drew their weapons. I would have loved to see their faces when out walks a totally normal looking man who was smiling at them. And he casually waves hello to them. But before the officers could collect themselves from the shock of, what they were just seeing,
It's just like,
yep,
Hi.
the man spoke to them in English and told them that he needed to see the president. So fast forward a little over a year later, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration was founded, aka NASA. So a year later, NASA started.
I'm sorry. It looks like there is a Valiant Thor character on American Horror Story, and
Yep.
now I'm gonna have to go find it.
So it was also in the fall of 1957 that Russia launched their first satellites into orbit of the Earth. Their names were
I'm sorry. Say that again.
in the fall of 1957, Russia launched their first satellites into orbit of Earth. Their names were
Sputnik.
Sputnik 1 and 2. America was embarrassed and a little jealous of Russia's superior technology. So, in the spring of 1958, President Eisenhower ordered the launch of America's first satellite. It was named
I have no idea.
I didn't either. It was named Vanguard, and it exploded upon launch.
Jesus Christ. Well, I mean,
The race to space was pretty much being led by Russia at that point.
and now it's being run by Elon Musk.
Right. So President Eisenhower asked Congress to create an American agency to handle its initiative to explore space.
Space Force.
Yep.
I'm
So-
sorry, y'all. I'm on one today.
In July of 1958, NASA started their long journey into space. It wasn't very long before America was ahead of the Soviet Union, not only going into space, but the technology used to get there. Without NASA, we wouldn't have things like Velcro, freeze-dried ice cream, foam mattresses, solar panels, smartphones, or even the technology used to create the Bowflex.
Oh, God. Wow.
NASA became a well-established organization and hold 2,600 patents on technology we use every day.
God dang.
They also make 2,000 or so different products from their technology.
Jeez.
Now, these leaps in technology happen pretty fast, maybe even
Too fast?
all at once.
Oh, dun dun dun.
Seems like the story of Valiant Thor, the man from outer space, might have some answers to why NASA made these huge technological strides. Seems like if he was a man from another world, he could have shared some of these technologies with the world.
Maybe.
But what did Valiant Thor want in return? Everything has a price, right?
Sure.
Flashback to the morning of March 16th, 1957. Harley Andrew Byrd, the nephew of the legendary Admiral Richard Byrd, who was the first person to fly over the North Pole, was working at the Pentagon. Now, Harley Byrd was a high-ranking official who worked at the Pentagon on a little project called Project Blue Book.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm sure y'all have heard of Project Blue Book, but it was a project that studied UFOs from 1952 to 1969.
I'm like, is that the Paranormal Lover episode, or is that a Rethinking the History episode?
Right?
Because it could be both.
Now, on that morning at the Pentagon, Byrd received a call from an Alexandria Police Department officer. The police sounded panicked and frantic about something.
I'm sorry, I'm just chuckling, thinking like a bunch of rednecks, like,
They told him that the two officers were on their way. That two officers were on their way to the Pentagon right now with a said visitor. A few minutes pass, and a police car from Alexandria pulls into the Pentagon. The Secretary of Defense at the time, Charles Wilson, and 6 of his staff prepare to greet the said visitor from another world. Out of the car steps Valiant Thor, a tall man with brown hair that looked no different than you or me, and didn't seem fazed about walking into such a high security place like the Pentagon. He seemed to be wearing normal attire, except he was wearing a silver jumpsuit. They take him to a secret elevator that goes down to the basement of the Pentagon, kind of like on X-Files when Mulder gets in a secret elevator and like sees the room full of alien documents and experiments. And then they board an underground train that takes them from there to a secret station at the White House. Charles Wilson then brought Valiant Thor to the Oval Office, where President Eisenhower was waiting on his arrival. The president then asks Thor what his name was and where he came from. To this, Thor responded, "My name is Valiant, or Val for short, and I come from the star your Bible calls the morning and evening star." Eisenhower asked if the man meant the planet Venus, and Val responded yes. The president thought,
but women are from Venus and men are from Mars. Let's not forget this little tidbit information from the 90s. Thank you very much.
The president thought, like any of us, that there's no way this guy is serious. So, like any of us asks, he asked him if Val had any proof. Val looks at him and tells Eisenhower, "Sure, come see my ship." The president tells Val that he would like that, but that he would like to talk to Val for a while first. Val tells the president that they have been watching Earth for thousands of years, and that with the invention of the atomic bomb in 1945, his people had decided to intervene for the greater good.
Yeah. You know why? It's because they're not from Venus. It's because he's a Palladian and he lives in the middle of the fucking Earth. And he's like, quit trying to blow up the Earth because you're going to blow us all up.
That's right.
Hello, Leslie and Steven.
Hey, guys.
Where you guys at? This is right up y'all's fucking alley. Actually, didn't we talk about that in our episode with them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I want to say they did
Valiant
mention
Thor.
Valiant Thor.
Yeah, y'all have to forgive me with my memory. It's terrible. But
mine is too.
Like, I think we did talk about Valiant Thor because it's just like, why do you care?
Right.
Like, why do you care so much if we blow up this planet if you're from Venus?
Yeah.
Just saying.
So he said that the High Council which includes many representatives of many planets and intergalactic species, had sent him. He said that the High Council knew of a way to solve many of the Earth's problems and wanted to offer their assistance.
I should have went to a different country.
Yeah, for sure. So Eisenhower gives an invitation to Val to stay at the Pentagon and work with him, and Val agrees. Holy crap, I hope the American government didn't strong arm the first alien visitor to Earth.
I mean,
Like put him in a tank or something, you know? Like I could see it.
I wouldn't be surprised. They're
Be
like, hey, you want to come stay at the Pentagon for a minute? And they fucking knock him out with some shit
Yeah.
on the way there. And then they strap him up to a fucking
Start
thing
testing
and
him
start
and shit.
testing him. And you know they can't leave shit alone.
Yeah. Eisenhower then invites Val to a secret meeting at Howard Minger's house in New Jersey. Now, Howard Minger was an American contactee who claimed to have met many extraterrestrials throughout the course of his life. This meeting would include researchers and scientists that advised the president in UFO matters. Val again says, of course. Val tells the president that he would also like to bring along his crew to this meeting. During this meeting, a young Air Force photographer just happened to be there. His name was August Roberts. He just so happened to take a picture of Val and his crew. Val and his crew went to this meeting dressed in normal Earth clothes. Well, since they were going to this meeting dressed normally, if there is such a thing as normally,
Right.
the military thought it was a good chance to do tests on the spacesuit that Val was wearing. They called it the Miracle Garment. It was a one-piece suit that only weighed 6 ounces, including the boots. They also found that it was indestructible. The military shot it with guns, poured acid on it, tried cutting it with a laser and a diamond tip drill bit. But nothing would pierce the fabric, even make any kind of mark on it. Don, Jill, and Tanya were the members of Val's crew that accompanied him to the meeting. At this meeting, Val told Eisenhower how they could help solve Earth's problems. He said that they could end world hunger, cure diseases, and end war. He said they would need all the countries on Earth that had nuclear weapons to disarm them. The president then told Val and his crew that the world just wasn't ready for those kind of drastic changes. I'm like, shit, man. Like,
no, they just didn't want to lose that money going into their pockets.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
Yeah, it's they meant it wasn't good for them.
Because as
Not the
Bailey
American
Sarian
people.
says, in America, it's money over everything.
Yeah,
He should have went to a different fucking country.
for sure. They would have listened to him. Discouraged, Val and his crew knew that they needed another person's influence to accomplish their mission. He needed another person that was more open-minded, that could convince the leaders of the world to make change. This person would go on to work hand-in-hand with Valiant Thor for the next 3 years. It was a man by the name of Dr. Frank Stranges.
All right. I can get with Dr. Stranges. Who's your doctor, Dr. Strange?
Dr. Stranges had a PhD in psychology and was a well-known UFO researcher and theologist. One day, Dr. Stranges gets a phone call from a photographer who was very excited to tell him about something. The photographer was August Roberts and told Dr. Strange about the High Bridge gathering and how he photographed aliens. and really didn't know what to do with it.
I mean, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either. I'd be like,
Be like, who's gonna believe me that this is an alien?
for sure.
Also, he looks like David Tennant
Yeah.
in that picture.
So Dr. Frank became fascinated with the photos that August took. So Dr. Strange, being a UFO researcher, started using August's photos in his lectures. Now, one day when Dr. Strange was at a book signing in Washington, D.C., a woman by the name of Nancy Warren introduces herself to him. She then flashes him a Pentagon ID card and the doctor and asks him if he would like to meet the man in the pictures. And of course, Doctor Strange says yes. I bet he was dying to meet aliens who
Hell yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't? So the next day, Nancy takes him to the Pentagon and leads him to Val's living quarters. You know, like Star Trek living quarters.
It's I don't know. My brain's like, Pentagon's just not supposed to have living quarters in it. What?
I know, right? It's strange.
It is strange thing about people living
At the Pentagon.
at the Pentagon. Okay.
So as soon as Frank knocks on Val's door, the door opens, and there stands Val. He smiled at Doctor Strange, shakes his hand, and says to him, "Hello, Dr. Frank." Val then proceeds to tell the doctor things about the doctor that he couldn't ever have known. Val knew everything about Dr. Frank. Val told the doctor that he needed his help. So, of course, the doctor asked Val, why him? Val then tells him that he had an open mind and that he was always talking to a lot of people and that he was a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
All right.
Doctor Strange was also a Christian evangelist, although he preached that Jesus and the angels were actually extraterrestrials.
Listen, I can get down with that kind of religion, okay?
And that they were there was mentions of UFOs in the Bible.
Although it's kind of given Heaven's Gate,
Yeah, kind of.
like Marshall Applewhite.
Yeah.
Mm.
Val tells him that his mission was to save mankind and that he was there to bring mankind back to God. Val tells him that he wants him to spread this message, that if he agrees to do this, that Val would share the wonders of the universe with the human race. Val also shared that there is intelligent life on other planets, many other planets, and solar systems. This meeting was a short one, but over the next few years, Val worked with the American government. He also agreed to share some of his technology. Val, working close with Doctor Strange over a couple of years, explains to the doctor about some of the extraterrestrial activity happening on Earth. Doctor Strange learned about the communication devices hidden in people's homes around the world, and the equipment used were holographic devices that would let the speaker appear in the same room of the person they were communicating with.
Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek. Frank actually got to see one of these devices being used and couldn't believe it. Frank said they could communicate from a home in the US to a ship that was orbiting the planet. Val reveals to the doctor that the work he was doing with the president wasn't really going all that good. He told him that a couple of times that he had convinced Eisenhower to set up a meeting with the United Nations to begin the process of Earth joining the intergalactic community. That and then that the CIA department, or the Department of Defense, would interfere each time that they feared Vol's message, if it got out to the public, that too many people would follow it.
Oh no.
And it would threaten America's military supremacy. Yeah.
I
So,
have thoughts.
so every time he got a meeting set up, they shot down the idea.
Of course they don't, because power and money.
Yeah. President Eisenhower actually gave the public a hint at this happening in 1961 at his farewell speech. This was just 1 year after Vol's mission had ended. And in the speech, Eisenhower warns us of the establishment of the military industrial complex and how creating weapons industry would be dangerous, and fears that the complex would become too rich and powerful. Yeah. Now, Eisenhower was a war hero, so for him to tell the U.S. this, to not make weapons for money, was a pretty wise warning.
It's
And
giving Kokesh.
It's very profound and rings true to this day.
It's giving Kokesh. Adam Kokesh.
Yeah.
Like, y'all watch out. They're fucking crooked.
So Vol considered his mission a failure in 1960, but that wouldn't be the last time we heard from Vol. Now, all through, although meeting and working with Vol had definitely changed Doctor Strange's life, not all of his experiences working with Vol were positive. Once Doctor Strange was giving a lecture in Germany, and after the lecture, the doctor's food was poisoned. While suffering from the poisoning, Vol appeared to him with the antidote and told him to watch his back while administering it to save his life. Another time, Doctor Strange was on his way to a meeting with Vol when all of a sudden the doctor was grabbed and thrown into a van that sped off into the middle of the desert, where the doctor was almost beaten to death. Luckily, Vol showed up at the last minute with Dawn to save his life. The doctor was also run off the road by a black car while on his honeymoon with his wife. The doctor suffered from a broken neck and hips from the wreck.
Jesus.
And also almost died in the hospital. And again, Vol shows up, heals him instantly, and then the doctor was able to walk out of the hospital on the same day on his own accord. The most important of all the events, though, happened in June 1968. Vol wanted the doctor to fly into San Diego to meet him. That was where he wanted him to fly there because he wanted him to see something. So Vol met the doctor in San Diego, and they both got into a car and drove south across the border of Mexico, and down to the city on the east coast of Mexico of San Felipe. They parked their car behind a little restaurant and walked down a rocky path to the beach. After walking to the beach, Doctor Strange then sees a 300-foot long, 21-foot tall, silver flying saucer hovering over the water. See the water.
The water.
Vol looked at the doctor, pointed at the spacecraft, and says to him, "Wanna see?"
Hell yeah. Take me with you.
Of course he went. The doctor describes the interior of the spaceship to be huge and like a resort.
All right.
There's a gym, a library, a dining hall, and media rooms.
So it's the USS Enterprise.
Yeah, pretty much. After the doctor took the grand tour, he was shown to his quarters. He said the floor felt like a thick cloud, and with every step, the surface conformed to the shape of his foot.
I bet that felt nice.
But it was weird.
I bet it was weird. My knees would be like, nerp.
Yeah. He said there were not any sharp corners anywhere, that everything was rounded and organic. The doctor wound up sleeping in the spacecraft room that night. He said it was the best sleep he had ever had.
I fucking bet.
In the morning, Vol took Doctor Strange back to the car and drove him back to the San Diego airport. As the years go by, Doctor Strange starts adding these experiences to his lectures, trying to get the word out about Valiant Thor. In 1967, he published his book that was titled Stranger at the Pentagon. It was kind of a documentation of Doctor Strange's time working with Vol. It has lots of pictures of flying saucers and strange things, and also descriptions of technologies that came from working with Vol. There's even a diagram of a spaceship and theories of anti-gravity and propulsion systems.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I kind of want to read it, like hearing the description of it. But now, even though Doctor Strange passed away a few years ago, Valiant Thor is still on Earth with us.
All right. Where? He's David Tennant.
His ship Victor 1 is parked and cloaked on the shore of Lake Mead, east of Vegas in Nevada.
He better fucking move it, because Lake Mead ain't doing so well. Okay.
Several thousand people are aware of Vol and Victor 1, at least 2,000 of them being government employees. A few scientists have even claimed that they've been aboard Victor 1. Doctor Strange's book ends with a message from Vol. We should be kind to one another, be open-minded, and spend more time in the service of others. Treat people as you would like to be treated. The golden rule.
The golden fucking rule.
This is where the story ends for now. I could go over a lot of like debunking stuff, because there was like a lot of debunking stuff that went along with it, like about Doctor Strange and like just time frames of stuff. But
I mean, sometimes we cover that stuff, but we like to believe.
I thought it would be good to end it on the note of Val's message of the golden rule.
Plus, we can just like give you the information. It's up to you whether or not you believe in it or not.
I mean, the golden rule, it could really save humanity. Like,
and I mean, really, I feel like it's always the same message. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From Valiant Thor to the aerial school phenomena.
Right.
It's always the same message. You're going to kill yourselves. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Your technology's too much. You're doing too much. Chill.
Right.
And we never listen.
Yeah.
Never listen. Never. Never listen. We never listen. Why would we listen?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Fuck it. Fuck it. Why is there a Wi-Fi symbol? I don't know. Anyways, well, is that it?
Yep, that's it. That's the story of Valiant Thor.
That was interesting. I never actually looked at pictures of him before. He's not blonde.
He's like,
even though there were two pictures. There was the one of him at the meeting in New Jersey, and then there was another picture, but the guy was blonde.
Huh.
And I'm not sure who that's supposed to be. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be him or not. And then there was pictures of the character from American Horror Story, which when was he on there?
and then there was like, there's supposedly something about him authoring books for like Amazon or something. So like he's like still actively doing stuff.
I'll believe it when I see him.
Right.
Like, I want to believe that it's real and it's all happened, but I will not actually believe it unless I laid eyes and spoke to Val.
And go stay on the ship.
Yep, that part too. You telling me I can go sleep on there? Also, can he cure my sleep apnea?
Well, evidently, you can cure anything.
Like, if you're like,
Diseases, world hunger.
well, what the fuck is he doing?
I know, right?
He's sitting
being
listening
lazy.
to our podcast. Like, I can't fucking do anything. They won't let me do shit.
Right.
Oh God, how did he
Government won't
fucking-
let him.
I would like to know his opinion on the last guy that was in the Oval Office. What'd you think about that one, Val?
Right.
Oh God, it's not our best.
Nope.
It's not our best. What's in there ain't our best either. That one ain't doing too good either. He's
He's like,
circling the drain.
This is my second favorite book. My second favorite book.
Like the first one is
First one
butt
is
stuff.
Fired.
Butt stuff in theory
Butt
and in
stuff.
practice. Butt stuff. Oh, people that have not listened to Alice Crowley are like,
What are they talking
"Why are
about?
you yelling about butt stuff?" I'm gonna have to go make some new merch. I think
Right.
butt stuff. Oh, why do I just get an image of me getting that in a
Tales
tattoo?
from the dark side.
Oh Jesus! What's funny is that's not his only book about anal magic.
Right.
So
Wow.
yeah, I saw like a couple more when I was like looking for the title and the pictures. I was like,
I tried playing a little of that episode at work, like while I was on break. People listening.
God, butt stuff, butt stuff, butt stuff. Fucking plant manager walks out and he's like,
It was real quiet at that table.
they're like, man, that's what you're married to? Yep, he is. Still ain't figured it out, but we're here. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was great. Thank you for doing that one.
You're welcome.
I was
I enjoyed doing that one. That was cool.
I don't
Some
remember.
wild stuff.
I heard his name on something the other day, and I was
Imagine a
like,
guy just living at the
"What?
Pentagon claiming to be an alien.
Just what? What, sir? He just like shows up.
Even if he wasn't an alien, like that's like bizarre.
It
like,
is
because they let him stay.
You're like, you just let him stay?
Yeah.
Like, only a white man could, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest
It's
about
true.
that.
If he wasn't white, they'd have shot him when he came out in
Only
the
a
aircraft.
white man could. Because if it had been a brother in 1957,
What does Indigenous Tales say all the time? Like, oh, he's reaching for it.
God.
Yeah.
Comes out and he's like, hey guys.
You're like, he's got a gun.
I don't know why, but I imagine when he walked out in like his silver suit, he looked like Forrest Gump. Just waving at him, like not knowing how much danger he was actually in.
Yeah. Yep.
God. I don't know. It's a really interesting story, and I would love to believe it's real.
And
I can in some parts.
there's probably more parts of it too. I didn't have time to do a lot of research on it.
Yeah. You guys have to bear with him. He's working like 48 hours a week in 4 days.
Yeah.
So he only has a day or two to do research for his
Plastics. Ugh.
fucking plastics. We need a hemp factory in here.
We do. I would so go work there.
Like, you can make clothes, you can make plastics out of hemp.
They have
Hemp
zero
plastic.
waste. Zero waste.
Zero waste.
I'm
Oh
like,
my god.
wow.
But we need like $30 an hour. So
Yeah. There's some of them that pay that. I've seen like some stuff on YouTube of these big grow ops that like
ain't here, is it?
no, they're not here, but they have some nice clean facilities. Like their facilities are so clean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I get so dirty at work, guys. Sorry. Like I just want to be clean.
He does. He comes home and he's always covered in hydraulic oil and all kinds of stuff. He gets big globs of oil in his hair that take like 4 washes to get out.
Yeah.
It's a nasty place.
It is.
I didn't like working there either. I come home dirty with cuts on my legs. And...
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and you guys go get you some merch. Head on over to Patreon, do all that good stuff, and we will see you guys next week.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.